We've got a real problem with technical capability at the ATO these days. So I learned at the ATO, as did most of my staff members. But in the last 2 or 3 years since COVID, it seems like a lot of those technical specialists have left the ATO and they have not been replaced. I'm not saying they don't have any. Some of the best tax specialists in this country are at the ATO, but they had a few specialists in taxation of trust, they had a few specialists in CGT, they had a few specialists who were just there for like 30, 40 years as like complete books of knowledge, and they can just do anything at the ATO. But these senior staff, they get to a level, it might be executive level 2 or SES, and they stay there for a long time and they leave. And it doesn't seem like there's those technical specialists coming up through the ranks. I've had a few matters in the last 6 to 9 months where the audit quality was so bad that we've considered on many times doing complaints. Now, I don't like to do complaints unless it's to get something done. I don't like to complain just because I disagree with the decision, but just like the quality of the process, whether they actually understand what they're auditing, it's not a high bar. And if they can't meet it, it makes my job harder. It makes the client pay more money and it makes me more frustrated. So I don't know what the ATO is going to do about this, because it takes a long time to fix it. You can't just go out to industry and hire a bunch of specialists because they don't really exist. In the last 6 months, I've seen a few ads pop up for tax specialists in, law design areas and audit and private equity audit roles and all sorts of stuff. But they've really got to grow them internally, and there just are not as many as there used to be. And the negative effect for the everyday Australian, I think, is quite far down the track. But when it happens, it's going to take a long time to walk back from it. Having a tax office that doesn't understand the tax law deeply is a real problem. To be clear, there are some excellent specialists there. Again, I say this, but it's the people on the ground, it's the auditors, it's the people deciding objections, it's the people writing private rulings. They need to have a decent knowledge of the law so that the easy stuff can get done and the specialists can focus on the hard stuff. I'm having easy cases, like basic stuff, going to tax council, going to all sorts of other places, and it's really disappointing.